Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about sentence variety. Okay, and to me, this is one of those things that takes your writing to another level. Okay, most of you have heard of different sentence types most of your life. Okay, most of elementary school, you've talked about this. Most you probably realize there are four basic sentence types, right? You have simple, compound, complex, and compound complex. Now, I'm going to walk you through those today, but the thing I want you to be thinking about is though you might know these, though you might be able to use these, do you actually consciously think about how you're using them in your writing? Okay, do you think like, hey, I just wrote a simple sentence, or hey, I just wrote a compound sentence? Because what separates a good writer from a great writer is that line between, yes, I know how to use these sentences, but I do it kind of like subconsciously without any kind of thought, and someone who's conscious of what they're doing and they deliberately choose to mix up their sentence variety for effect, okay, to draw specific attention to different things at different times. So I'm just going to give you basics here, but be thinking about how deliberate are you in your use of sentence type, okay? So big picture, we do have four basic sentence types. Simple, that means it is one independent clause. Okay, that is one complete thought. You've got a subject, you've got a predicate. So your subject is your noun, your who or what of the sentence. Your predicate is your verb, which is what they are or what they are doing. Okay, it's one thought. It makes sense all by itself. Doesn't need any kind of help. Doesn't mean it's short. Okay, like this example have here of a tall Russian boy with curly black hair laughed uproariously at his best friend's suggestion. That's long, but it's really just one simple thought because you have one subject, the boy, doing one thing, laughing. Everything else is a description of one of those two things. Okay, tall Russian with curly black hair describes the boy. Uproariously at his best friend's suggestion describes how he's laughing. Okay, so really that just says boy laughed, right? Simple sentence, lots of modifiers, one complete thought. A compound sentence is then a combination of two simple sentences. That's all that it is. Okay, it's a compound sentence, so it's two independent clauses put together correctly. And you got some options here. Your basic options are this: you have a comma and a coordinating conjunction. Okay, so a comma and a coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunctions are your fanboys. So for and nor, but yet so. For and nor, but or yet so. I knew I missed one there. Or you can put a semicolon between those. Okay, same principle, two complete thoughts separated by one of those two things. Complex is where it gets a little more complex, I guess. What you have here are two different types of clauses combined. One independent, so just like your simple, and one dependent. Okay, dependent clause means it cannot stand by itself. Okay, so it doesn't make sense alone. So, for example, if I would walk up to you and I said, "Hey, after I ate breakfast," I mean, you probably won't care, but at the very least, you're going to be super confused because you're going to be wondering after you ate breakfast, what, right? After I ate breakfast, I was abducted by aliens. After I ate breakfast, I watched this fantastic grammar video from this dude named Upchurch. Something like that. Something has to have happened after you ate breakfast. You're not finished with the thought yet. That's a dependent clause. You take an independent, combine it with a dependent. That's where you get your complex sentences. Now, here's a common rule I want you to understand. If your dependent clause comes first, you have to separate these two things with a comma. If your dependent clause comes second, you do not. Okay, so this example here, Nathan ate pancakes while his family vacationed on the beach. Nathan ate pancakes is a complete thought. That's what starts us. You don't have to separate that with a comma. But if I flipped it and it says while his family vacationed on the beach, that's not complete, comma, Nathan ate pancakes. Okay, kind of think about it that way. Then compound complex is where you have any combination of those where you have at least two independent clauses. So you have to have at least a compound sentence and at least one dependent clause. So at least a complex sentence. And that would be a sentence that is inevitably going to be a little bit longer. Okay. So some things to think about before you practice this. Be careful. Okay. Just like it is redundant to say the same things over and over again, it is also redundant to use the same types of sentences over and over and over again. So you want to mix it up. Okay. You want to use variety. Okay. I think that is where we'll stop there for right now. We'll stop there for today. And I am going to give you a chance to practice using that Kahoot. So that is linked in the material if you found this with your lessons for the week. And if not, I will just leave you there and we'll talk at you later. Have a great day, guys. Make wise decisions, and I will see you when I see you. Merry Christmas.